Every year on June 21st, millions of people roll out their mat together to celebrate International Yoga Day. But this isn't something that a modern committee has come up with. This date has been always there. And this is not just any commercial fitness trend. The significance of this day goes way beyond 15,000 years, and this is rooted in profound cosmic and historic event. Now, to understand why today is so auspicious, we have to look back to the start of everything, to Shiva, the Adi Yogi, the first yogi. So somewhere around 15,000 years ago, in the depth of Himalayas, Shiva attained complete and absolute enlightenment. He began to dance so much that he entirely lost himself to the ecstasy of liberation. But then after a point, he moved beyond the movement itself and he became so still. And when he became still, everything around him was so oblivious that he didn't know what was happening. He was so unaware of what's happening around him. People were drawn to him, drawn to his presence, thinking, okay, what's happening here? And they waited and waited and waited for Shiva. But Shiva, he didn't care. He didn't care. He's like, okay, whatever happens, happens. He didn't even know that these guys are waiting. He absolutely didn't care. And people who were waiting for that long, they were tired of waiting. And because Shiva was so uncaring and nothing happened, the stillness still continued. Everyone there just left. They just left, except for 7 people. Now these 7 men, they prepared their body and mind for this intense preparation of waiting for Shiva. And these 7 people, the 7 disciples, are known as Saptarishi, the first 7 students of Adi Yogi. On the very first full moon after the summer solstice, Shiva no more could ignore these Saptarishis and he had to turn south, and he transmitted all the knowledge, all the science of yoga that we are practicing now to these Saptarishis. He transmitted complete science of yoga to them, and then these Saptarishis went on to 7 different directions and started teaching the science of yoga to many different people all around the world. And now think about it, we are carrying the exact same lineage that was transferred by the Saptarishi to all of us. But why did this transmission happen now? You all know that June 21st is summer solstice and it's the longest day in the northern hemisphere. And this is a day which symbolizes light and clarity in our life. But in yogic science, this has a different physiological shift. Today marks the sun's transition into Dakshinayana, the southern run. But in yogic science, this has a different physiological shift. Now this transition begins a 6-month phase in the calendar in the planet known as sadhana period. And during this time, the earth's energy shifts in a way that supports our inner work. It is time for purification, for turning our mind inward and working on our mind management. And as we all know that yoga is all about managing our mind more than managing our body. So when you practice your yoga on summer solstice, it means your body, the planets, the sun and the earth are all geometrically so aligned that everything is so perfect for your inner work. Now, why is this called as International Yoga Day? Now, all the yoga committees collected all these documents, theses, books, proofs, whatever evidences they had way back in 2010, and then they took all of this and proposed it to the government, and the government of India then went to the UN and proposed this to them. And it was passed without any single question because people realized that yoga is for humanity. It is a technology that not just helps us but also the humanity, and hence yoga belongs to all the humanity, all the cultures, all the geography, everyone around the world. And I hope you enjoy this yoga day and do your practice from today and keep continuing your practice.